Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but this is completely different, as you can kind of tell. This is Farm Together. This is something that I'm going to be doing with my girlfriend. We're going to have a farm together and work on it together. Obviously, the name Farm Together kind of implies that. This is something that she found on the Nintendo Switch a couple days ago, and we've kind of been hooked on it. It's weird. I'm not usually someone that plays a farming simulator type of game, but this one kind of drew me in. And if you can't tell by the enter key, this is the PC version. Just because I have no way to record my Switch. But we're going to be starting fresh with a new farm, and we'll kind of just see where everything goes from here. Okay, so let's go make a farm. What kind of terrain do we want?
I did the steep terrain.
The steep terrain.
That's what I did for mine.
I kind of like default. Or I don't know. Do you want to do steep?
It's up to you.
I kind of wish we could do flat terrain, but that's hard mode. I find it weird that the easiest terrain to work with is the hard mode. But I'm not doing it. We're not doing hard mode. I guess I'll do steep because I have default on the Switch. What's our farm name gonna be?
I don't know.
Too bad we didn't have a special someone that we know to make up a crazy name for something. You know who you are if you ever see this.
Flinch flies.
Flinch flies. No. That's... It was a good line. Okay, we'll be back whenever we figure out what our farm name is going to be. Okay, we've decided to come up with a name. Griefing Way Farms. This is a reference to that person. If you see this, I think you'll appreciate it. Anyways, we have a name finally, after good probably 4 minutes of talking. Water your crops and they'll grow quickly. Well, you don't say. Well, I forgot to change my character. Definitely not a girl. So I guess we'll go back and do that real quick. Okay, now we're back. I changed to, a male, and I skipped the tutorial because I didn't really want to have you guys sit through that. This is the game finally. We have our farm set up already with some crops in it. Let's see if we can get the girlfriend in here. Hey, there she is. Look at that. You're level 2 already. You have to be ahead of me, don't you? Yes. Okay. So, I'm not used at all to the PC controls because, playing on Switch. But, we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. This is the general kind of gameplay that this game has. Mostly you just planting crops, and whenever they have the little icon above them, the watering pail, you have to obviously give them water, and this little basket means they're ready for harvest. Now, watering plants, what that does is it decreases the time it takes for them to grow. There are some things that can affect that, like the water usage and the time, like what the weather condition is like. Right now you can tell it's spraying because of in the top right, there's a little four-leaf clover. That's me. It's springtime. Oh, did not mean to water that.
You also have quests to do.
Yeah, there's also quests in the game, which I will pull up the menu here after we get these plucked and show you guys what that is like. This right here is the well, just 25 gold every 2 minutes. Helpful starting out, but once you get a decent enough farm going, it's pretty useless. Okay, level 2 carrots. It's good to have.
I can't plant anything. You didn't put it to where I could.
I didn't?
Nope. I can only harvest.
There you go. Full permission. Okay, so now that I'm in here, and I changed that, this is the menu. I'm going to go to the settings really quick. I'm going to change something. There's a menu in here that's very helpful. It's called Always Show Inventory. This is very, very useful. So you can see at the bottom now everything you can have in the game and how much you have of it. So right now we are full on vegetables. So pull up the shop here. This has a lot of stuff in it. Looks, kind of daunting when you first see it, but this is all the plants you can eventually grow. And then you get trees, animals, ponds for fish, flowers, buildings, which we're going to get to in a second. And then you have decorations, fences, and roads to just kind of make the place look better than just, a farm. Just randomly thrown together. So under buildings here, you have the well, which I said already, and there's a vegetable stand. You buy this and put it down. Let's put it down right here, fine. It's right here, fine.
Wherever you want to put it.
Okay. I'll stick it right here. Here's the vegetable stand. The customer is always right. Good achievement. So this is how you turn in vegetables to gain currency, being the little diamond gems. And also...
The gems are what are mainly used to buy different shops and things that you need, like houses, tree homes, advancing certain things. So you're going to need a lot of those, whereas the money is specifically for planting crops and feeding animals.
Yes. Early game, a lot of stuff is through gold, but once you get towards like level 5 or something like that, basically everything that you want to buy is centered around the gems. I don't know what key it is, but there is a button you can press to zoom out the map.
C. Oh, yeah.
C?
Yeah, C.
Okay. So there's 3 stages. There's the close-up one that we were in, there's this one, and then there's a far out. Almost like an eagle eye view of your whole farm. So here's some chickens. Just give them some food, and they'll start producing some eggs. So some small things about this. Now, I said before that whenever you water something, the time goes down, so you can see if you've noticed. So right here, this lettuce says 4 minutes and 48 ticking down. If I water it, now it's at 3:30 going down. So that's the time going down a little bit. Each plant has their own, time shaved off depending on how long it's going to take them to fully harvest.
Also, whenever you go visit somebody else's farm and you help them out by harvesting, planting, whatever you're doing, it gives you an XP bonus on your own farm whenever you go back to it.
That is something that I could show off if I go and join her farm. One day you'll see a little XP bar fill up. Now, it just changed to summer because of the little sun icon on the top right. And there's also the thermometer. What that means is a drought season. What drought seasons do is it makes the crops use 3 times the amount of water they would normally use. So during this whole season of summer, they're going to be constantly needing to be refilled on water. If you're active in playing this game, it's very helpful because if you keep up with it, you can make plants grow extremely fast because they get the time decrease on top of using water 3 times faster. So if you are playing the game and you decide, if you're playing the game and it changes over to a season with a drought, it's better to just stay on for a little bit if you can, get the maximum production of crops, and then just go about your business. And it sucks at first when you get a drought this early on because you don't have a tractor. Tractors allow you to do a whole 3x3 square in one go, but it uses fuel, which is what you see in the top left. Little fuel tank. Trying to hopefully get to a tractor soon. Start expanding outward. Alright, after a couple of minutes of constantly watering this lettuce, literally I've not stopped doing this. We have some of them starting to finally finish growing. Hey, my farm leveled up. That's good to see. So every time your farm levels up, you can check your shop. You'll get new things, like we can buy a fruit stand now. We unlocked eggplants and potatoes, and also blue grapes. Now these two over here, the carrots and blue grapes, they're grayed out because you can only plant them on certain seasons. So like right now it's summertime, but you can only plant them for carrots, you can plant it every season but summer, and for blue grapes, you can only plant in autumn and winter. Let's see what else we got. We unlocked, I guess, just a Leghorn chicken. I don't know, nothing new popped up there. Fish, tropical fish. Street lamp, wood sign, tool shed, guest book. The guest book you can put down, and if someone visits your farm, they can sign your guest book saying, hey, I was here. So just in case you want to keep a little list of who visits your farm. Got a door for the fence, which whenever we build fences, you'll see why that's kind of useless to have. It's kind of weird.
It's more for decoration than
It's more for decoration, yeah. Basically, I guess I won't wait on it. Basically, what happens is whenever you walk up to a fence, you automatically vault over it. Even if there's a door, you just vault over the door. So it's just
it doesn't
kind of,
actually open to let you in.
yeah. So it's just kind of odd. Got stone trail too. So if you see here, this lettuce has a little clipboard attached to it. That's a quest, and I'm going to actually go into the quest log. So you get quests throughout the game. Quests, they reward you with experience and also ribbons. Ribbons are used to buy certain things in the game, so you want to keep up on your quests and make sure you do them. You can pin them like so, so they're always right there to see what you need to plant. And she's getting a whole thing of peanuts set up.
You need to plant more lettuce.
I need to plant more lettuce, yeah.
You need 50 lettuce.
Okay. So let's get that set up. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm just getting achievements on Steam like nothing. Yeah, you guys will see this will be so much easier whenever we get the tractors. This will take so little time to plant a whole thing of crops. Oh, there's one thing I did forget to mention too. Every item in the game that you can plant, like crops or flowers or trees or anything like that you can harvest, they all have a level. You can see these peanuts are level 1, the little purple star it has. Whenever you level up plants, it slowly builds up the amount of money you earned from harvesting them. So if you find a plant that you really like having because it, let's say it takes an hour to grow and it gives you decent money, if you keep that up, the more it levels, the more money you get from it over time. And I think it also possibly decreases the time it takes for it to grow. Like it might go from an hour to like 59 minutes and 58 minutes after so many levels. I'm not sure.
Some of them will actually jump over an hour of time that you don't have to wait.
Yeah. Which is very helpful, especially for certain things like the watermelons in the game. They take two full days to grow, like in like real life days, not in-game days. So
all of this is based off of real time.
Yes. Back to watering lettuce for literal 10 minutes probably. And if you look at the quests on the screen, you can see how it says lettuce times 28. That tells you how many of that certain crop or animal or whatever it is you have on your farm at that time. So it's easy. It's an easy way to just make sure you have what you need, because eventually we're going to make this farm be extremely big, and sometimes we're not going to know what is out there. So just at a quick glance, you'd be like, oh, I already have, 10 apple trees or something. I don't need to plant anymore. So the flowers are actually somewhat different. When you water a flower, it doesn't decrease the time it takes for it to spawn. Or not spawn, the time it takes to harvest. But if you see its icon at the bottom left, it's green and then the end of it is yellow. What that is doing is every time you keep up with a flower's water needs, it will increase the amount of experience and gold you get from harvesting it. So even though you don't have them harvest faster, you get more from it. So if you can try to keep up with the flowers, they're all usually pretty long to grow, like a couple hours to a couple days. So it's not like something like this where you're just constantly spending your time watering it over and over.
I definitely forgot how long this took to do it by hand.
Yes. Well, especially because it's the early game things where they take literally like 10 minutes to grow. This is just constant.
It'd help if it wasn't a drought.
Yeah, literally. First season change gives us a drought. Thanks. So speaking of that, actually, now that I brought up the whole droughts again, there's two other weather conditions that can happen. The first one is rain, which
I wish it was raining.
Basically, what rain does is it basically does what you think it would. It constantly is raining the whole time, so
it waters your plants for you the whole time.
Yep, you don't ever have to touch it.
You literally just plant and go, and it'll water them for you.
Yeah, it waters them for you, but it's a slow.
I have a system going down.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch my lettuce.
Okay. All right, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
You messed it up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it will slowly build the water gauge over time from it raining, but it doesn't speed up the process of harvesting. So it's nice because you don't have to water your plants, but it doesn't make them grow any faster. And the third weather condition is only for wintertime, snowing, and when it's snowing, watering plants will not decrease the time it takes for them to harvest. So if it's wintertime and you have plants that need watered, unless it's flowers, I won't even really bother doing it because you're just kind of spending resources like fuel with a tractor to water something that isn't going to actually benefit you. Ooh, level 5 lettuce. Oops. I'll leave it alone.
You already messed it up by watering that one.
I watered it and I was like, oh wait. Probably don't want me to do that. Yeah, it's now fall. Thankfully, the drought is over. So we don't gotta spend 17 minutes just watering stuff over and over and over. That is how long a season lasts in this game, is 17 minutes. So
Feels like a lifetime whenever there's a drought.
it does. Especially before you get a tractor. It's just like, yeah.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Dang it! Stop.
Hitting the wrong buttons, huh? Apple trees leveled up. Okay. So now we have to, since these are ready, the lemon trees at least, we'll talk about trees for a minute. So, trees, they go off their own timer. They don't need water. You good?
No, I'm having issues.
Okay.
Mind your business.
So, yeah, trees don't need water. But
Why?
are you sure you're okay?
I'm having so many problems.
Oh my god.
This is so much easier on the Switch.
You're level 2. But anyways. Did one forget how to use a keyboard?
I'm so used to jumping!
Oh,
You can't.
that's why. Okay, the space bar is not for jumping.
I'm so used to jumping in all the games. And this
But you
is
can't even
not
jump in the
okay.
Switch version.
I know, but there's no space bar on the Switch. There is on a computer. It's a habit.
What do you think the A button is? In like Mario, jumping. There's no space bar, but you still jump.
I don't play anything like that. Oh my god.
Okay, while she's figuring out what she's doing with her keyboard,
Oh my god, stop watering.
as I was trying to say before, trees, they don't.
Stop watering the
God.
same plant.
I see the watering can and I just water. I'm sorry, it's a habit.
No, I'm watering the same plant even though I turned around.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me watering
No.
something. Okay, never mind. So, as I've been trying to say, how these peanuts go through water like nothing. Anyways, trees don't need water. Now, the thing about trees though is that they can only be harvested on a certain season. So, if you have a tree that's ready for harvest and it switches to a new season that it can't be harvested in, you just lost on harvesting that tree until the next viable season. So they're kind of annoying in that sense, especially if you have like a whole row of trees you're trying to harvest and the season changes before you get to all of them.
You messed up my peanut.
I messed up your peanut?
My rotation with the peanuts.
I didn't. Oh, jeez. What else can we get here? So what you can see here is we have this, something else. This is locked. Now, we have it unlocked because this is a level 2 tree, but to unlock it, we have to do the requirement that it says, which is acquire a level 4 with apple trees. So not only are crops and everything else locked behind the farm level, they're also locked behind the crop level themselves. So that's kind of something you can work towards, is unlocking all of the crops in the game and all of the animals in the game by getting everything properly leveled. And a lot of times there's just a sheer upgrade to what you previously had. So like these apple trees, you know, you buy them for 100 gold, they harvest for 8 gold every 15 minutes or something like that. They're harvestable, I forget. But this, whatever this is, I think it's a peach tree. It's basically just a straight upgrade from the apple tree. You can replace all your apple trees with peach trees and you'll get more money from them.
But you don't really replace, because there are things where you're going to need to have apple trees.
Yeah, there's still
on.
quests that'll show up.
You're still going to have plenty
apple
of
trees.
needs for the apples.
Yeah.
Including for making things.
Cool. Level 3 farm.
Also, your animals that you get, they have certain excuse me, thank you. They have certain requirements for the food. So like the chickens, the leghorn chickens, they need fruits for their food.
Yeah.
Some of them actually do have different requirements, but that's not till like later on.
Yeah, it's until later on.
We need to plant 18 more peanuts.
Okay. And just because she brought this up, with the animals timer will not go down if they have no food. So even though this says, you know, this square of chickens is 9 minutes and 40 seconds, the food runs out before then. If you have no food in your animal and you just get off for the day or whatever and come back the next day, your chickens aren't going to be done because they had no food the whole time. Obviously, later on, there are ways to try to help that, but just a little heads up. If it seems like your animals are taking a lot longer than what the timer says to be harvestable, that would be why.
Somebody join?
What?
Who's that?
No idea. A level 18 person.
Oh,
Okay.
they're nice enough to help. That's fine.
I didn't think my thing was set up to be open.
Any help is good help.
Okay. I guess this will be a fully open Let's Play then. So, we have peanuts as a requirement for this quest, but we can't plant any peanuts because it is not the right season. It has to be either summer or winter, so we have to wait for autumn to end. Which kind of sucks, but it's just how the game plays. Do we have a fish pond? Oh, we do. Let me even see it over there. It is a fish pond right now. Just noticed we had a fish pond over here. So as you can kind of see as I'm running around here, there's all this extra space that we can unlock over time. And to unlock more areas, you have to spend your gems. That's easy. This property right here, if I want to buy it, costs 25 gems. And I think all of them cost the same amount until you buy one, and then they just progressively get more expensive over time. You're laughing at me. That's great. Oh, they left. Okay. That was interesting.
That's sad.
I know. 9:53 p.m. has left the building. It's now 9:54. We're about to come up on winter time. Is it gonna snow? Nope. Okay, even though there's snowflakes everywhere on the screen, it's not actually snowing because it's not the snow weather condition. It's just showing that it's winter. So now that it's winter, we can plant peanuts. Welcome to It's a Naughty Naughty Nut World, where we're just nuts about nuts. Okay, I think hitting level 4 farm was a good thing. Okay, definitely. Oh, we got the gas pump.
Ah, it feels so nice to have a tractor. I miss this.
Okay, so as you can see, she's
I know.
going around on the tractor. Hit level 4, so we've got this gas pump here. And it's the same movement speed as running, which is nice. But as I said, you can do up to a 3x3 square. Okay, I think we're gonna be ending this recording session here right now. It's been about an hour or so. We will try to record as much as possible early on to have you guys see the progress on the farm. Eventually, we might end up only, recording some things because, obviously you can only show so much of the same thing. And this is going to be kind of just a casual thing that we're doing. I'm not sure how often it's going to be put up, but
Depends on when we play it.
Depends on when we play it. Yeah. So
if you guys want to see more of it, though, we can obviously play it more often.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to see a lot more of it.
This is just something different that we wanted to do together.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's something random that she found on the Switch, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll play it. And I got hooked on it, which, like I said before, is in the intro, is kind of weird that I'm into a farming simulator, but sometimes the oddest things strike you. So you never know.
But if you want to get this game and possibly even play along with us, it is on Steam right now for sale for Women's Month for what, $20?
It's not on sale on Steam anymore.
I thought it was on sale.
It's not on sale right now. It was on sale on the Switch.
Okay, so it's on. Okay, so if you want to get this game, it is on Steam and on Switch for $20, and they have a bunch of added content that you can have for an additional price. But
Yeah, I could kind of show that real quick. So if I go here into not customize, in the extras, that's all the stuff you can buy. All these packs to give different decorations, different clothing. I think it includes special crops also.
yes, it has special crops, outfits, and decorations for the house, the farm, and so on and so forth.
Now, the special crops, it's not like you're missing out on anything. All it is it'll be like, let's say with the polar pack, you get like, I don't know, some type of like frozen version of a fruit. All it is just like a reskin of an existing plant. It's not something totally different that you're gonna miss out on. So at least that's nice to where you don't have to buy the extra stuff to get the most out of the game. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. We will see you guys next time for more farming. And you might see some other stuff too, because kind of been wanting to get back into this channel again since I've been on and off of it so much. I'm finally going to be doing what I want to do, not doing what I think is going to be popular or think whatever. I'm just going to do what I want, because if you're not having fun, then what are you doing, right?
If you're not having fun, then it doesn't make it worth it in the long run because you become tired and bored and it feels like a job more than something that's fun.
Yes.
So,
Alrighty. See you guys next time.